everyone. I'm Ashley Cheslane, the host of Food for Life. And I'm so happy to be joining you back today live. And I have an amazing guest, Amanda Baretta from Tizo Skincare. We're going to talk about what's the difference between mineral and chemical sunscreen and all the wonderful products that we should be putting on our skin and the chemicals we should be looking at. Now, we are going to be back after the short break, and we're going to bring her in and have a friendly little chat. See you soon. And we're back. Let's say hello to Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you finally. I know we went a lot of back and forth trying to get you scheduled. So She's a very important person over at Tizo.
Oh, here I am now. I'm so excited.
So tell me a little bit about Tizo Skincare and like what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tizo actually stands for titanium zinc oxide, because titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, I'll get into them, but those are the two main ingredients that we use for all of our SPFs. Tizo was founded over 30 years ago by a plastic surgeon, Dr. Harry Fallick. And he did a lot of reconstruction of people's faces with skin cancer and decided one day that instead of doing what he was doing, he wanted to put all of his time and effort into creating a sunscreen that would help prevent skin cancer, but also that people would want to wear every single day, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there about SPF. So he kind of, took that into his own hands and created an amazing product. And the company has grown so much since day one.
You have way more than just sunscreen.
Yes.
And we'll get to that in a little bit. So how did you come to work for Tizo?
So I actually went to college for 2 years, decided it wasn't for me. And what I wanted to do was help people with their skin. So I went through aesthetic school, became a licensed esthetician in 2015. And I ran my own skincare practice out of a salon for about 3 years before deciding I needed something that was like more energy. I was, it's quiet for an hour, every hour. And I like to talk and I like to explain things and do things. So I came across that Tizo was hiring actually on a job recruiting app. Went in for an interview and I told them I'm a licensed esthetician. I preach to people to wear sunscreen, but I'm going to tell you right now, I am allergic to sunscreen and I do not wear it. And Harry was like, nope. Do you know the difference between chemical and mineral? Which I did not, because surprisingly, they don't teach you that in aesthetic school. They teach you everything that you need to know about skin and products, but they don't teach you why it's so important to wear sunscreen. So once he explained everything to me, I realized I am allergic to chemical sunscreens, not all sunscreens. So I started with the company in 2018. And since then, I have kind of grown out of I'm still on the sales team, but I also do all the brand education and training and videos and stuff like that. So
I find it interesting because there's always been sunscreen. I have sensitive skin and I know that, but I've always had different sunscreens that I've tried and things that I've liked, but some of them have always either irritated my skin or they were too heavy and I didn't enjoy wearing them.
Yes.
And I found the more natural ones, as that became a thing, as I got older, were the things that I loved more. Now, can you tell me the difference between mineral and chemical sunscreen?
Absolutely.
I have a little chart up here. It's on their website. I can't make it bigger. I still haven't figured out how to do that, guys. So please.
Technology, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So the difference between chemical and mineral sunscreen is mineral sunscreen. Think of tiny mirrors. So your skin, tiny little mirrors all over. Mineral sunscreen reflects the UVA and UVB rays. Chemical sunscreens actually absorb the rays and they convert it into heat. And that's how they block the sun rays from your skin. So chemical absorbs, mineral reflects. And over the last couple of years, the FDA has done a lot of studies to see how long it takes for a chemical sunscreen to actually absorb into your bloodstream and how long it stays in your bloodstream even after you stop using the product. And the thing is, people are seeing these articles and they're like, oh my gosh, chemical sunscreens are bad. They absorb into your bloodstream. They can pass through breast milk and placenta. I'm just never going to wear sunscreen. But what they're not educating people on is that mineral sunscreens are out there, and mineral sunscreens are completely different. Like I said,
how long does it stay in your system?
So they did a study, and they did a study with 21 participants, and they had them apply sunscreen to 75% of their body every 2 hours. Because if you're at the beach, pretty much 75% of your body is what is going to be exposed to the sun.
Yeah.
They found that it was absorbed within 1 minute of use, and that it was absorbed at 5 times the threshold that the FDA actually says is safe. Now, they tested they tested the participants' blood every day for 21 days, and the study only went for 7 days. And at the 21st day, they still had traces 3 times higher than the threshold that the FDA wants. And that was after 21 days, and they had only done the sunscreen for 7. So it stays in your bloodstream for a very long time at a way higher threshold than it's supposed to.
So after a whole summer of wearing sunscreen and you think you're doing the right thing, I can only imagine how much longer it would be in your system.
Yeah.
After that, because you think you're protecting your skin, you're doing the right thing, and you're not using the right kind of products. You know, I learned from my skincare as well that over time I bought more natural makeup. I weeded out chemicals that are in certain makeups. And I always found it interesting that in Europe and other countries, they've banned like over 1,000 different things. And in the US, I think we've only banned maybe a dozen.
Yes, it's crazy. Yeah. Now, the FDA doesn't have any proof of what it actually does to your body, but Hawaii and Key West, Florida have actually banned the sale of chemical sunscreens because they're also linked to killing coral reef and killing marine life. So a couple of years ago, Key West, Florida had an issue that they called red tide. And it was basically a bunch of dead fish and marine life that was just washing up on shore. And they linked one of the chemicals most commonly used in chemical sunscreen to the death of all of these fish. Yeah. So people are seeing these articles, and instead of getting educated on titanium dioxide and zinc oxide are a mineral sunscreens are good, they're just seeing sunscreen's bad for you.
So here's the thing is I did actually get your sunscreen and use it this summer, and I loved it. And that was one of the things I told you when we talked. So I have the mineral sunscreen for face and body. I have the non-tinted one because I'm pale. I've accepted it. And so it's SPF 40. It's perfect. The one thing I loved is that being outside, it didn't make me feel greasy. It didn't make me feel like I needed a shower after I put it on. And it didn't make me sweat. Because some sunscreens, you put them on and they're so heavy and you feel like you're sweating all day.
And that's the thing is there's so many misconceptions about sunscreen. And what people need to understand is not all sunscreens are created equal. Like you said, thick, smelly, sticky. It just feels greasy. And that's not the case. I mean, there are so many different kinds of sunscreens out there, and you just have to find the one that's right for you, whether it's, a stick or a foam or a lotion. There's different forms, different types. There's everything, different finishes.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it in the fact that that's so kind of the thing that I love, because that's the one thing that you go swimming or you go outside and you're doing like yard work or you want to go for a walk and you put sunscreen on and you're like, I got to shower immediately because I don't want to change my clothes from my workout clothes right now because I can't do anything else immediately.
Yes.
Which I really enjoyed.
Awesome.
Now you're talking about how you love education and you love skin. What made you become an esthetician?
So I actually, ever since I was little, I have a sister, and my dad, every single year for Mother's Day, he would get my mom, my sister, and I a spa day. and we would spend all day together. We would go and we get facials and we would get, massages, go to lunch. And I loved the way that I felt after getting a facial. My skin was glowing. I felt so happy. I loved just learning about all the different products. And mind you, I was like 8 or 9 when we started doing this.
Sweet.
And I remember being 9 years old and my mom gave me an eye cream and I was like, I don't need an eye cream. I'm 9. And she was like, use it now and you'll thank me later. So it's just kind of been that. I loved how I felt. And when I was in college, I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. And it just kept in the back of my head. I was like, skincare. And I'm really glad I did it because for the 3 years that I did my own skincare, just making people feel happy and like glowy and love the way that they look when they left made me really happy. And now I get to do that to a different level where I get to tell people, you should use this product and this is why.
Yeah, I love that. And I can tell you have a real passion for it. Mm-hmm. And I have a passion for my food. And I love telling people that, like, I've always talked to people about how, like, what we drink and what we eat also affects our skin, which people don't understand that not only what you put on top of it, it's what's inside you as well. Like, if you're dehydrated, your skin's going to look terrible.
Yep. It's crazy. I mean, one of the biggest things, I love cheese. I love cheese. And it's unfortunate that dairy is linked to a lot of, reasons why you can have breakouts and acne. So yeah, what you eat and what you put into your body is just as important as what you put on your skin topically. So if you could be doing everything right skincare wise, you could be drinking, 2 gallons of water and doing great skincare. But if you're eating crap and greasy food, and if you're just not eating healthy or eating good, it's not going to show.
Yeah. And I mean, all that work and all that money you spend on those amazing products, it just isn't going to do. One of the things I found amazing is when I was looking at all your other products when I went for the skincare is you have this wonderful quiz on your website. So that way, like, they don't just have skincare, they have all kinds of other, like, mineral sunscreen skincare. They have some other products. And from my understanding, you are expanding some of the line, right?
Yes. Yep.
And if you don't know what you want or you can't figure it out, this quiz is pretty amazing. Do you want to tell me a little more about that?
Absolutely. So, and you're right. Yeah, we do have a skincare line as well. That came out about 5 years ago, and we're constantly adding to it. It works hand in hand with our sunscreen to help prevent sun damage and also reverse it. There's our eye cream. But going back to how not all sunscreens are created equal and people have these misconceptions, our marketing team decided to put out this product quiz on our website because we do offer so many different types and finishes of product. I mean, we have some that are matte finish, good for oily skin, double as a makeup primer, some that are glossy or dewy, better for sensitive skin. And the biggest question that we get is, well, how do I know which one's right for me? So they came up with this amazing quiz where you just go through and you answer all these questions about yourself and your skin and what you're looking for. And it points you in that right direction of which product you should get instead of you going on and trying to have to figure it out by yourself. We kind of wanted to help out because there's a lot of information on there.
And it's a lot better, especially in this day and age where we're definitely shopping online more and we're not in stores as much. And it's a lot easier, especially because you want to help people and you want to get them the right stuff, because if you get the wrong stuff on your skin, then it's not so great.
No, absolutely. And another thing, a lot of people are affected by fragrances, and we don't use any fragrances in any of our products. So that also helps because if you put on sunscreen and a lot of them have like a coconut smell, which is fine, but you don't want to smell like coconuts all day long. So we don't put any fragrances. We don't use any oils or any dyes or anything in the product. So like I said, there's so many different forms and products that we have. So this quiz really helps to differentiate products wise and which one's best for whoever wants to use it.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything. It's just a very nice, clean smell. And you don't smell like anything all day, which is actually kind of nice because as much as I love the coconut scent, I'm okay with my hair smelling, but it also attracts things like bees and stuff like that. So if you're going to be outside all day, it's very helpful.
Yeah.
So, Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and sunscreen should be worn every single day, regardless of where you live and what time of year, winter, summer, spring, fall. It doesn't matter because the sun's rays are still out there. UVA rays are the exact same strength from sunrise to sunset every single day, all year round, everywhere. And they can actually penetrate through glass. So a lot of people, if you're going to wear sunscreen, you want something that's light and that doesn't have a smell and that you want to wear every single day. So that quiz hopefully, helps those people differentiate which one is actually best for them.
So we are talking with Amanda Baretta of Tizo Skincare. When we come back, we'll talk about more. And we are back with Amanda Baretta of Tizo Skincare. We were talking about all the products you have in your product line, and you guys just came out with a new product, if I'm right.
Yes, we did. And I am obsessed with it. So it is our brand new vitamin E and vitamin C serum. It is like dreamy. It is an 18% stable vitamin C. We use THD. It also has ferulic acid in it, which is going to help boost the integrity of the other antioxidants. And it has bakuchiol, which is a really cool product because it's very similar to retinol, but it's way less irritating. It is a plant extract, and it's I can't even talk right now.
That's okay. Take a breath. We have time.
It helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles and to help boost firmness. And like I said, it's very similar to retinol, but a lot of people, especially with sensitive skin, cannot use retinol products because they end up itchy or red or flaky, super dry. So we chose to use bakuchiol, which is awesome. So we just launched this product October 13th or 16th. I mean, just launched it.
So about a month ago.
It's awesome. It is like amazing. I'm obsessed with it. It will help, even out your skin tone, firm your skin, reduce signs of premature aging. So all of the good things are in this bottle. It's like a magical bottle.
So there was a few other ingredients I saw in there. So what are you using for the vitamin C? So like I'm allergic to grapefruit and oranges, so I'm always like really paranoid. I know some people use pineapple, some people use other stuff as in the natural skincare. So I found it very interesting.
So this product we use THD, which is tetrahexyl ascorbate. And yes, that, yeah. And it's an 18% just stable vitamin C. And that's what we use along with bearberry is another ingredient that's in there. And we use that in our brightener as well, our complexion brightener, because bearberry has a high concentration of arbutin. And arbutin is a natural skin brightener. So that's going to be one of the biggest ingredients in here that's going to help just brighten and even out the skin tone as well. And then, like I said, ferulic acid, which is going to help boost the vitamin E as well. And all the other antioxidants in the product. But the biggest thing is the form of vitamin C that we use is that big long word, THD.
I know. I know sometimes natural stuff sounds like chemistry, which is what
Mhm.
that sounds like a chemistry word. And I know some people want to shy away from that if they don't understand the ingredients. Are there things like words that we should be looking for when we're looking into skincare? Are there words that we
Yes.
want or not
Abs-
want?
Absolutely. So, words that you should be looking for are hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is absolutely fantastic for moisturization. So, if you have dry skin, anybody, I mean, I have very combination skin, hyaluronic acid, amazing. Ceramides, also a fantastic word. Retinol, peptides, bakuchiol now, because I have a feeling that this is going to be a huge product. And what's really cool about Tizo is we are always trying to stay on top of the trends. So retinol right now is going through a huge phase where everybody's like, you need retinol. And we're hoping that that also happens with bakuchiol as well. But yeah, you want to look for glycerin, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide is fantastic. And these are all products that are going to help even out your skin tone, brighten your complexion, and just help reduce signs of fine lines and wrinkles.
So what about the ones that, like, if we look into it, like something like should be like a gigantic red flag warning going off in our head if we're looking at a skincare product that isn't yours or somewhere else?
So the biggest thing that you want to do is make sure that the products that you buy are not like drugstore products. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you want to get something that is either dermatologist recommended or that your esthetician gives you. So if you don't know where to start, I recommend going to a skincare professional because there's words out there that might be horrible for me, but they're going to be great for you. Everybody has completely different skin. So, it's really tough to answer that
Okay.
because, it might work for you. It might not work for somebody else. So the biggest thing that you can do is go to a skincare professional, find out what products and ingredients are best for you. But what I will say along those lines of what to stay away from are in chemical sunscreens. The words that you want to look for are oxybenzone, avobenzone, octicrylene, homosalate. Those are all the chemical sunscreen filters that will get absorbed into your skin. Whereas titanium dioxide and zinc oxide are the only two that are approved as safe and effective by the FDA. So when you're looking for sunscreens, you want to stay away from those big words that might take you a second to pronounce and go with zinc or titanium. And then as far as skincare, look for the things that I mentioned, niacinamide, peptides, ceramides, all that. But everything is going to be different for somebody else. So the best thing that I can do is tell you to educate yourself with a skincare professional.
So I always think it's funny. Like, I always tell clients that if you can't pronounce it and it looks like something that should be on a chemistry test, typically that's probably not something you want to be putting inside your body.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's similar to the stuff we want to put on our skin. So we want to be looking for things that we understand a little more and can pronounce a little bit better. And thank you for pronouncing the bakuchiol. Can you say that? Bakuchiol.
Yes.
I'm so worried about saying that.
Okay. I was too. When they first told us, I'm like, can we get like the phonetics of that? Because I'm going to butcher it every time.
I know. Every time I have to say something like this, I get so worried.
Yes.
Now, I love that you're doing videos and education. So tell me a little more about the videos. Are they online? Where can we find them?
Yeah, so we actually have a YouTube channel. It's just Tizo Skin, Tizoskin, Tizo Skin. And I try and make them geared towards consumers. So it's not like these huge words that people are going to have to sit there and Google. And I answer questions that we get often from consumers. And, I try and keep them short, a couple minutes, just so they can grab your attention. But all of our videos are posted on there. We also do reels on our Instagram and on our Facebook. We do videos. But yeah, I mean, we'll come across, we get a new product and we want to do a product highlight. So I'll make a couple minute video of just, how to use the product and why you should be using it. And when it comes to sunscreens, we have a whole video, actually a really, really cool video on chemical versus mineral. You should definitely check it out if you go onto our channel on YouTube. And what we did is we took a Canon camera, we had it sent out, and we actually had the lenses replaced. And the lens actually filters out all visible light, leaving you pretty much, when you take a picture or video, it's how the sun sees you. And what we did is we sat down in a chair in the office and we put Tizo sunscreen on one side of the face and a chemical sunscreen on the other. And black is the color of absorption. I mean, think of a black top. It's absorbing all the heat. It's hot.
Right.
And when you put that chemical sunscreen on your face, I mean, immediately the whole side, wherever you put that chemical sunscreen in the camera, the whole thing just turns black, showing that it's absorption. So we do things like that. We kind of do a lot of visual things so that the consumer can understand what we're talking about and why this product, you know, is good for you and what ingredient highlights and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, they're all on our social medias and on our YouTube.
So are you guys only available online, or are there stores around the country that carry you?
Yeah, so we sell wholesale directly to skincare professionals. So in order to open up an account with us, you have to have some sort of skincare license, plastic surgeons, dermatologists, estheticians. So on our website, we also have a locator, and you can go on, type in your zip code, and it will pull up everybody in your area that has a brick and mortar that sells our products. You can also purchase from our website, and we are also available on Amazon. A few years ago, Amazon actually launched a professional side, and that's where we're on. So, you know, say, Ashley, say we sent you a ton of product and you decided, I'm going to go put this on my Amazon and sell it. Amazon would shut you down. So you know that if you're purchasing Tizo skincare or sunscreen on Amazon, it is coming directly from our warehouse. Anywhere else that you might see it is most likely, unless it's, you know, a skincare professional's personal website for their business, I would just buy directly from us, Amazon, or go to a brick and mortar by you.
I bought it straight from your website. It came in relatively quickly, and Perfect. It was really easy, and they don't have a confusing website. It's really easy to check out, do your whole thing, which is really nice considering that some of them these days are harder. Yep. How are you guys all stocked up for the holidays? Do you have anything special coming down the line you can share?
So right now, the only thing special is our brand new vitamin C serum. We wanted to get that launched before the holidays so that people could, you know, fall in love with it and then go from there. As far as specials and everything, honestly, I have no idea. So the marketing team comes up with these really great specials and deals and promotions, and we don't find them out until the day they drop. And it's probably because, you know, if I told somebody that it was, you know, hey, we're going to drop this in 2 weeks, they're going to wait to buy it, which I would do the same thing. So no, so I don't know of anything like that. I know in the past we have done some really great promotions on our website. We do have a skincare revitalizing kit, which has 5 products in it. That's a really cool gift. I know that we were talking about possibly doing gift cards through our website and stuff like that, but nothing is set in stone yet. So
have, like a sampler pack. So like if you're not sure if you're gonna like it, or if you want like bigger sizes, or which one fits better into your routine. Like I thought that was really cool, because a lot of places don't sell you stuff, and you have to either spend like $50 or $60 to get something that may not work for you and you don't know what to do with it.
And I will also speak for them and say that there are, you know, a lot of people that do get the wrong product for their skin, and they reach out and they're like, hi, this isn't right. What can I do? And I've talked to so many consumers and said, listen, send the product back or keep it and do whatever you want with it, but we're going to send you one that is better for you, because we want you to be happy with the product as a consumer. And we want to make right with you guys if you happen to pick the wrong thing. It's not your fault. Once again, it's a brand new thing to you. It's a brand new product. And if you buy something that you just don't fall in love with, there's probably something that's better for you that, you know, we know that we can help you fall in love with something else. So our team is really good at, you know, accepting returns or refunds, or, you know, just helping find the proper product for you.
I love to hear that, especially since it's so hard these days to buy everything online the right way. You guys sound very customer friendly and forward, and I love that you're trying to educate people about things.
That's the biggest part is people will buy whatever. I mean, look at TikTok trends. People are going to see something and be like, oh, somebody on TikTok told me. Well, that doesn't mean that you should do it. That does not mean that it's a great product. So we need to try and stay ahead of the game and be like, listen, we want the education out there, and who better to give education than, you know, an esthetician at a skincare company that can educate you on the correct products and ingredients and stuff like that, than for you to look at some trendy thing on Instagram or TikTok or whatever and think that this is best for me. It's probably not.
I can't tell you how many times somebody's like, so there's this trendy TikTok thing. What do you think about it? Or why don't you make a reel of it? I'm like, I don't really know. I'm like, I kind of don't do those exactly. Although I have to tell you, the baked feta was actually pretty good.
I will tell you that right now. I agree. I did fall for that one. That was delicious.
Yeah. So you have, these are great stocking stuffers. The eye cream will fit nicely. And the new vitamin C serum, those will fit nicely in stockings, I think.
I agree. I love that eye cream. That is also one of our newer products. We launched that last year. And people are scared to put sunscreen like under their eyes, super close to their eyes, because that's a really sensitive, delicate area that you should always use caution. So we actually have an amazing eye cream that's great for that delicate area, and it has an SPF in there as well, so that if you are somebody that puts SPF in your face but you're scared to go up high enough under your eyes, you're covered. We have you covered with the eye cream. But yeah, it's cute, it's nice, it lasts a really long time, and it's perfect. Fits in a stocking.
I mean, I went most of the summer without even running out.
I love that.
So that's perfect. So other than the education and the, like, you know, loads of products you get to try and help people, what is your favorite thing about working there? Like, what made you say, I'm going to stay here, be here, and devote so much time? I mean, creating videos and information and stuff, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Honestly, the people. Everybody that works at Tizo is amazing. I mean, from, you know, the very top to the very bottom, everybody is so nice. The day I walked in for my interview, I was like sweating. I was so nervous. And I walked out of there like, these people are amazing. It's a really, really close-knit group of people in the company. And, you know, we are all working remotely now. And every now and then we just kind of swing into the office and say hi to whoever's in there. We have our Zoom meetings weekly, which is just nice to see everybody. But like, I genuinely love the people that I work with, that run the company, that, you know, are on my team. And it's nice because it is a smaller company, and our chemist, who has been with the company since the day Harry started, he works in the office every single day. And if there's ever, hey, you know, I want to come up with a new product, let's discuss what we think will be best, because we're getting a ton of feedback from our accounts. We'll go talk to him, and he's like, okay, let's get this started. So they love doing new things. They really, really, you know, take everything that we say into consideration. And it's just such a great group of people to work with.
I love that. I love that you have a great corporate culture. I love that your chemist is willing to try anything, like, just to help people.
Yep.
Now, we have had a good time talking with Amanda. Is there anything we need to know that you haven't shared? Is there anything special you want to talk about as far as skincare goes? And maybe that your sunscreen's great under makeup?
Yes. So if you're looking for a product that you want to wear every single day, but you don't want like that glossy kind of sunscreeny look, go for our Tizo 3 or Tizo 2. It is a matte finish. It does not, you know, you're not going to see it on your skin, which is nice. And it doubles as a makeup primer, which is awesome. But if you want something a little bit more glossy or dewy to give you that like, ooh, kind of look, our Ultra is an amazing product. It's kind of like a lotion, which is cool. And then one of my absolute favorite body sunscreens that we have is a foam. So we actually stayed away from any sprays for 2 reasons. 1, product inhalation, and 2, uneven distribution. I mean, how many times have you been to the beach and the person 10 feet away from you is spraying sunscreen and you're eating it? So
the wind takes it.
The wind takes it everywhere. So we came out with something, and it's called a foam, and it comes out like a mousse and spreads on like a lotion, and it's really different and it's really cool. So go onto our website, take the quiz that's on there that our marketing team put together, and figure out which sunscreen's right for you. And if there's any other questions that we can help answer, there is a contact us right through the website, and, direct it my way. And I'm more than happy to, talk on the phone. I'm more than happy to email you back and forth and let you know, this is what's right for you and anything like that. So yeah, it's a cool company. I like it.
All right. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, and thank you for everything. I'm so happy that you were able to come and share all this with us, because this is such an important thing. I talked to someone a few weeks ago that had skin cancer, and this is so important for people to know, because we don't want people to not be wearing sunscreen, because that's kind of the result from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely. There is some product out there that is good for you, and everybody needs to find that. So thank you for having me.
Let's hope we get a lot of holiday sales or more sales.
Yes.
Everyone's skiing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Amanda. We'll talk soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
We will be right back after the messages from our sponsor.
Champagne Rendezvous is handcrafted totally naturally, made from organic grapes, exclusively in Premier Cru vineyards in Champagne, France. We craft everything naturally from vine to bottle. No chemical fertilizer, no fungicide, no pesticide, crafted with very low sugar also as well. We go beyond organic and we craft the champagne totally naturally, from vines to cellar. Here you will find champagne that is much more digest, that is much more aromatic, that is vibrant, and that really represents the place that where the champagne is. The champagne that you want to have for all your occasion. Grab your bottles for your holidays and come and cheers with us. Santé.
So I am back. Can you all see me okay? Because I accidentally knocked the camera over when I was trying to move it over this way for my cooking. So we were talking about the holidays and that we have things coming up, and we are going to make a healthy recipe, because let's face it, we talked about that not only what we go on our skin, but what goes in our body is very important. I was thinking today about what should we make this week, and what I kind of changed my mind. I was going to make something different. I was thinking about, we're going to have lots of people in our houses over the next few weeks. Some of them will be staying with us, others won't be. But I always like a good make ahead that will keep us going, so people can grab it on their own while you're busy cooking, say Thanksgiving morning. We all want those things. Plus, this is a great freezer recipe. You know how I love the freezer. I got it from my grandmother. She taught me very well. I even have my little Hallmark cup here, drinking my water out of it. I bought it from my mom last year, but she doesn't use it, so I do. So we are going to make oat and apple muffins. These are great for people to, you can just have them on the counter or warm them up gently in the morning while people are getting up. Just make that pot of coffee and let them sit on the counter. That way you can get into your holiday baking or cooking. It's also a good way to get in some vitamins and minerals into the kids. I know the kids this time of year, it's more sugar than anything else. And what we learned from Amanda is sugar and dairy, not so good. Not so great. Oh dear. You can tell I'm tired. My English not so always goes. There is no dairy in this recipe, so it is vegan. You can use honey or maple syrup. So I'm going to use maple syrup the next time, but today I'm using honey because I had that. I couldn't find my maple syrup. You know where my maple syrup was the other day after I made a smoothie? I put it back in the refrigerator. I do not know why. Usually I keep it in my pantry. Leave it to me to put it someplace else. Has anyone ever done that? You know, go put something away and like, you know, find it someplace it doesn't belong. I usually do that with laundry, but not with the stuff in the kitchen. So I'm just chopping up some lovely Honeycrisp, or you can use Granny Smith's. I got these from a local farm. We still have a few apples. We're still going to have some. This would be a good time to stock up and get them going, because the apple season's shorter here because of all the rainy weather we had. Now I'm going to be using oat flour in this. Oat flour is full of vitamins and it has fiber, which keeps us good for our digestion, especially since we'll be having more rich food than we usually do, enjoying all those holiday meals. We want to make sure that we're keeping everything going the right way. So I have in here some oat flour, or you can just take, you know what people don't tell you? We buy oat flour a lot, but they don't tell you that you can actually put your oats in a food processor and grind them until they look like a flour. I know, right? All this time I've been buying oat flour, and I could have just been buying some extra oats and it would have been fine. So I have some cinnamon, which we all know is good for anti-inflammatory properties. It's good for our hearts, good for everything. So I'm going to mix that in to our dry ingredients. I have some nutmeg here, which you can get the fresh ground stuff, or you can get the little nutmeg pods and grind them on a microplane. But this time of year when I'm baking, I do get the actual ground stuff just because it goes so quickly. It would take a long time. If every baking recipe I did, I had to grind the nutmeg. And then I have some baking powder that'll help puff up our muffins, and a pinch of salt. We always need a pinch of salt because what happens? Salt brings out sweet on our palate. That's what we want. We always want salt and sweet. They complement each other on our palates. So we're just going to mix that together. We want to make sure it's well combined. And the way you know that really honestly is when there's spices, you can totally tell that it's combined throughout, and you can see the spices throughout. That's how you know you mixed enough. Now I have the wet ingredients over here, and I have some olive oil, which that's always good for our skin. Bunch of I know plenty of older Italians that love olive oil. They think it's great for the skin. You can use it kind of the same way you would coconut oil, but it doesn't remove makeup. Trust me, don't try. And some honey. I'm going to mash up a banana, half a banana, or you can use egg if you want. But I'm using the banana because I'm going to replace that in the recipe for the egg to keep it vegan. So if I found the maple syrup, this would be vegan. Now it's just kind of vegetarian-ish with the honey. We have some nice local honey purveyors in the area here. I love them. I get stuff from them all the time. And one of the local honey guys makes these little like cough drops with the honey. I love them. I keep them around like all winter long because just for like, you know, dry environments, if you get sick, they're wonderful. He mixes them up really well. It's a cool thing. That way you don't have to get any like chemical cough drops if you get sick or anything like that. You know, you have a nice natural thing. All right, that's all mixed up, the wet ingredients. And I have some vanilla. Of course, there's vanilla in almost everything. I'm gonna mix that into the wet ingredients. And I have some pepitas here. The ones that we got were roasted and salted. I don't like buying anything salted, but the grocery store has not had anything else. So I just made an order with an online grocery store that I love. We'll talk about that more when it comes and when it gets closer. So I'm going to put this in the flour. The reason I'm doing that now before I do the wet ingredients is I want it coated with the flour before we put in the wet ingredients. It helps everything from sinking to the bottom. If you've ever made a muffin or a cake and you literally see that everything is like sitting on the bottom and not dispersed throughout, this helps it almost like be suspended in the batter. So, all right, so I have them all nice and coated together. Can we see? Perfect. And we are going to mix in our wet ingredients. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna put this in the sink because I don't want to drip honey all over any of the computer cords. So I'm gonna mix this in until we have a nice batter. And then in the end, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold in some more actual not crushed up oats for flour, actually whole rolled oats. Now, rolled oats, there's old-fashioned oats, there's rolled oats. There's so many different kinds, but I use rolled oats. I like them the best. They have the best texture. There's quick cooking oats, which people use for other things. That's usually what oatmeal is made out of, the quick cooking oats. You can make oatmeal out of any of them, but it just takes longer. These are actually rolled oats that are sprouted, which is always better for you. So we're making a nice batter. It's coming together. Now what you want to do is you want to fold in your apple. We have 2 things of apples here. Just 2 medium to small apples. We don't need the whole thing full of apple stuff. But my favorite thing, I'm going to show you my muffin liners. I love these things. They're the best things ever. I get so excited about this. I tell everyone about it and everyone's so amazed. Now we're all trying to get away from single-use products. And what is the biggest single-use product we have? Muffin liners or cupcake liners, whatever you want to call them. Yes, they're great to decorate for a party and things like that. But when we're making muffins at home and things like that, what are we going to do? Are we going to buy them all the time? Or think of it like it also lowers cooking spray. Things come out of these ones super easy. I have these fantastic silicone baking. And best part, they go in the dishwasher, so you don't ever have to worry about like cleaning like 12 muffin liners by hand. So these are silicone baking muffin tin things. They have cute little tabs, so they're really easy to pull out of the tray. And they come in like a bunch of different colors, so they are fun. So if you wanted to leave them in there, like to hold people for stuff to hold its shape, you could. So you can find them anywhere. I found them online. I found them on Amazon. I found them on baking supply stores. I found them in every place from Target to the grocery store sometimes, depending on how good your grocery store aisle is packed. But they're a good investment. They're under $10 usually. I don't know how much the prices are for them now, but these were under $10 when I got them. And they've held up well. And I love that we can do this because it makes life easier. So we're going to bake our muffins after I fold in the apples. As you can see, we're going to spoon it out. We're going to get about halfway full because we want to make sure that they can puff up. You can see what it looks like. We can do about halfway full. We're going to fill them up and we're going to bake it at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes until it comes out with a clean toothpick in the middle. I'll take a picture when I'm done with these and I'll put it on my Instagram feed at BellaFoodie7 and you guys can take a look to see what they look like in the end because I know it's going to be a while. But I want to show you, I'm going to portion out a few. I should have had some already made. I keep forgetting to have stuff already made. Some stuff slips my mind. All right. So I like either a scoop or you can use a measuring cup. This is just a 1/4 cup scoop and that fits in really well. So I'm just going to take a 1/4 cup scoop it in, fits perfectly, and so on. There we go. So did everyone enjoy that Tizo Skincare was able to come on and share some well-deserved information? Don't forget that those outdoor winter sports that we're doing, we don't need to have sunscreen because we definitely do. We need to protect our faces. I remember as a kid getting a my mom said it was windburn from skiing, but honestly, I think it was a sunburn because it was so sunny and bright that day and it was the middle of winter and we were skiing as a family and I remember as a kid getting a sunburn and you never thought to wear sunscreen in the winter. But so if you're going to do any outdoor activities once the snow starts, it'd be good to think about wearing some of the sunscreen that Tizo has. lovely sunscreen here. Can we see it now better than it was before? It's great for the kids. It's great for you. We're going to have no more chemicals. Now, I want to remind you all that the holiday special for Food for Life is coming up. It's November 21st at 1 p.m. on E360 TV. You can find us on Facebook or YouTube as well. But a little thing, you'll see the kitchen will have decorations and everything. But if there's anything you guys want to see, email me or message us. We'll see if we can incorporate it. What your biggest concerns are for the holidays, anything you want to talk about, would be great to have for the show. Now, I'm going to finish up my muffins. I'm going to bake them and take a lovely picture for you all. And I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Don't forget to follow us at BellaFoodie7 on Instagram and subscribe on our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on at bellafoodie.net. Thank you all. Have a good night. Let's see here. We have one more thing.
At VentureX Holyoke, professional community needs white glove concierge services. Our turnkey workspaces with flexible terms include all the amenities you'll need: a receptionist, high-speed internet, free parking, gourmet coffee, and more. Centrally located off 91 and the Mass Pike, our private offices and conference room rentals provide ideal space for small to medium businesses and corporate events. Our team will ensure you have all the tools you'll need to succeed. VentureX, the future of workspace.